Hey, look at that, I forgot something, imagine that. This is actually something I meant to show off, never did, completely slipped my mind. Up here, you can get a green herb. Easily missed. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 4. We've got Ashley, and now we need to get her to safety. We need to hit up an extraction point and get her out of here. But tell me, what are the odds of an extraction point, at this point in the game, actually working? Well, I'll leave you to make a bet with yourself to see if we actually get there or not, but we can totally do it. We're a one-man army, we're Leon S. Kennedy, we can totally do it. Loading. Okay, there we go. I would like to make a note on the kind of defending Ashley, because she's not entirely helpless, not entirely useless. Listen to this.
Leon, shoot those barrels on that wagon!
She actually points out things that you can do to help fight back. Now, I'll say that should be obvious if you've ever played a video game before. Shoot the barrel, explode the thing. But it's still nice that she actually has little voice clips throughout the game telling you, hey, you can do this, just in case you didn't think about it. Let's do it. So, awesome. Thank you, Ashley. That means all the villagers have been killed, except for that one straggler that got out of here, so I want to show something off. This is another thing that you guys told me about while looking through the comments. Surprisingly, reading comments has been very helpful. What happens if you save Ashley and go back into the church? Those enemies that actually shot arrows at you at that cutscene at the end of Chapter 2-1, they're still here. I mean, Sadler's not here, but yeah, these guys are still here, and you can kill them. Now, why is this? Why do you want to do this? You actually get a reward for thinking outside the box, instead of just going straight forward. If you come back in here and you kill these guys, one of them, there we go, has 5,000 pesetas. By the way, there's a bird's nest right above us as we just went. There's 2 bird's nests leading up to the church, and if you shoot one of them has ammo, one of them always has a grenade. I'd just like to point out that while I was recording PS2 footage, there are so many leaves that are unrendered in that version that's the only reason I knew there was a bird's nest up there. Oh my god, the merchant has something new! And I know exactly what it is. I want it. But I need to get rid of some stuff first. Alright, yeah, get rid of all those. Get rid of that. I got spinels to get rid of. I've actually got a lot of money, which is great. There it is! The Red 9! A powerful 9mm handgun. A very powerful gun indeed. We'll get rid of the Punisher. We've upgraded it. We can sell it for a profit. And I accidentally skipped what the trader said. Sorry, guy. But there, the Red 9. It's got pretty great stats, especially when you combine it with its stock. The Red 9 has its own personal stock, and adding that and fully upgrading the Red 9 makes it one of the most powerful weapons in the game. At least, in my opinion.
What are you buying?
I really like the Red 9. It's one of my favorite guns to use in here. And increased firepower, increased capacity, and I would actually say increased firing speed. Because the Red 9 is very unique in how it fires. You have handguns that go bang bang, you have handguns that go bang bang bang. The Red 9, it takes a little bit. Just think of, like, an entire second of waiting. Bang, bang, bang. Increase that firing speed, please. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time with the Red 9. You should never have a bad time with the Red 9. It is a fantastic gun. And I've actually been asked, what do I think about this gun? It is a very good gun. But now for the matter at hand. Getting Ashley to that extraction point. This is where you have your quote-unquote tutorial and your first test on protecting her. It's now dark in the village and in the surrounding areas that we need to go in order to get to the extraction point. This is your test, as I've mentioned, to protect her. Now, I hear a lot of whining about escort missions in games, and yeah, they suck. A lot of the times, they really suck. I don't think this is one of them. I think the only reason that people would complain that this escort mission is bad is for one of 2 reasons, or both reasons. One, Ashley can sometimes be annoying if she's in danger and she's yelling for help. I'd like to counteract that argument by saying, she's trying not to be abducted, and you're supposed to be protecting her. She is actually giving you a big sign in the form of an audio cue, letting you know that she is she's being attacked. And using that audio cue, you can actually figure out where she is, because if you accidentally leave her behind, you'll know where she is based on the scream. And the second thing... Ow. The second thing, and this is, you know, I really shouldn't say anything like this, but if you're bad at escort missions, this won't change your mind. My original argument is, if you suck at Resident Evil 4, you don't like this escort mission, but that's not really fair. The game can be kind of finicky when it comes to saving Ashley, and just making... How did that miss? And just making sure that she's okay. But it's not that hard. She's not that annoying. I said in the last episode she's actually fairly smart. You can tell her what to do, and we'll actually see that in the next area. You can actually tell her to hide. It's not that bad, and I hope to not exactly change the world's mind, but change a few minds. Oh, yeah, watch out for bear traps. They actually litter the streets and pathways with bear traps. Ashley can get caught in bear traps. Now, what the villagers are going to try to do, they're going to try to do two things. Try and kill you, and try and capture Ashley. If any of the villagers, or if any enemy, in that matter, captures Ashley, they will pick her up and take her towards a door. Now, what kind of door? A transition door. So, this door actually up here, if they get her to a transition door, you fail. You have to restart from your last checkpoint. Now, if they're trying to attack you, and Ashley gets caught in the crossfire, and she dies, you also fail. So now you have to keep track of 2 life bars. Thankfully, right about here...
Hide.
If you hide... I want to say that this is true, but if you actually hide in the presence of an enemy, they'll know she's there and take her out of the trash bin. But if you do it before you see any enemies, she's safe. They won't find her. I think if you're too close, like within close proximity of her, they'll actually find her, but that's... I've had some weird times when I've been running this game off screen. So let's just say that they can't find her now, because I hid her before they could find her. And while we're picking off a few enemies, really that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes to escorting Ashley. This is very cut and dry. Oh, geez. He came up fast. But I just wanted to throw this trivia around now that we've met all of the major characters of the game, except for a couple of them, but we'll get to that later. These are just like the random facts that I know about Resident Evil 4 that makes people laugh. And one thing is actually about Leon himself. Leon has been voiced by multiple people. And what I like to always compare is actually the actors that have played him. In Resident Evil 2, it was Paul Haddad, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And the connection between him and this version of Leon, voiced by Paul Mercier, is they're both named Paul. I was like, oh, okay, there's a connection. There's 2 Pauls that have voiced Leon, did very well. A little bit cheesy in Resident Evil 2, but we'll get past that. But what's kind of hilarious is the current voice of Leon is Matthew Mercer. So you went from Paul Haddad to Paul Mercier to from Paul Mercier to Matthew Mercer. They sound close, and at least that's what I want to go with. But another thing that I love pointing out to people, and they don't believe me until they actually look it up, is actually the voice actors for Ashley and the voice actor for Sadler, the main bad guy. Ashley's most reprised role and the role she still holds today, her voice actress is Carolyn Lawrence, who you might know as Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob. And if that wasn't good enough, the big bad guy, Osmond Sadler, is, Michael Goff? I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there. His most notable role is being Gopher from Winnie the Pooh. So, in order to make Ultra Director Jester laugh if he's watching this video, he's Usman Sadler. Usman Sadler. I can't do it anymore. No! Basically, I whistle through my teeth like Gopher, and then it makes him laugh. I don't know why, but it just does. Usman Sadler. Something like that. Anyway, we have finally made it to our destination. We need to get through this and a lot of bear traps. I guess they were thinking, I actually have to pay attention to the ground. Oh, and I guess having to catch Ashley because she can't go down a ladder by herself, I don't really find that annoying. It's just part of gameplay. What do you want from me? She doesn't have survival instincts like Leon. She got captured while she was on vacation. She probably doesn't even have her ID on her. So, damn it, we can't go for drinks afterwards. Fuck! I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But it's an M-rated game, so all bets are off. Here we go. And this is one of my favorite audio cues, I guess, from Ashley. She doesn't get a lot of lines while you're in-game here. But this one, I don't know, for some reason it's just funny to me. Listen.
I opened it, Leon.
As a lovely indication of the game opening the door for you. Thank you, Ashley. You're not useless. I'm gonna change some minds. If you need a merchant, he's right here, and you're gonna want to stock up for war. Just saying. If you have another upgrade that you want to get a free reload, you're gonna want to do it. Because this part can get really hard. Sometimes. I mean, if you're properly equipped, then yeah, you're fine. So I'm going to actually move some stuff around, maybe reload my guns, and just make sure this is reloaded. Always prepare when you see something ominous in the distance, especially when you're coming up to your new destination. Make sure everything's reloaded so you're all ready. Off we go, across the bridge.
Leon, I have some bad news.
I'd rather not hear it.
Well, I'm afraid I have to tell you anyway. We've lost contact with the chopper. Someone must have shot it down, though we can't determine who.
Great.
We're prepping another chopper for you. Meanwhile, I want you to head towards the extraction point.
Got it.
Oh my god, a helicopter in a video game getting shot down? We're really innovating here in Resident Evil 4.
What are we gonna do, Leon?
Hate to say it, but we're sandwiched all right. Quick! In that cabin!
Leon! Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know...
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look!
Ashley, upstairs!
Okay, it's game time.
Alright! Survive as long as you can! This is an endurance round, just like the beginning village scene. We actually have to defend this house for either a specific amount of time or a specific amount of kills. And I just love the fact that they let you buy the gun that Luis Serra uses right before you get to this point. And it becomes available as soon as you, start tucking Ashley around. All of a sudden you can get the Red 9, and now we have matching guns, and it's really awesome. I would suggest actually blocking all the windows downstairs, because they don't attack the second floor until a little later. Get all the supplies that are in the house. There's a free full heal plus a health extension up here. There's one of every grenade. Shotgun shells, I believe, and handgun bullets that you can get around here. Awesome to pick up because you're in here for a bit of a long haul. these enemies will continuously respawn in set points out of view of the camera. It's actually kind of funny. Again, I was recording a different version, and I actually happened to notice the different spawn points. And a lot of enemies will start spawning in when you turn away from them. So actually, if you wanted to, I guess technically, if you have Luis deal with that corner window, you can deal with these two in the corner and just like nudge the camera back and forth to make sure they don't spawn in. It gets difficult now that we have to deal with Las Plagas. You're going to have a lot of parasites popping out of heads, and it's not going to be a fun time when you have like 5 people in the room you're trying to defend, and all of a sudden you have to deal with another parasite and you're out of flash grenades. Another kind of neat thing is them being outside the window does not mean they cannot be killed. You don't have to wait for them to come in. You can just blast them out the window. It's awesome. One thing is your partner here, Luis Serra. He will shoot and kill enemies. He's not just there just to lay some firepower. He can actually kill them. And another thing is, he is actually helpful. He will throw you ammunition. He will help you out of a bind. If you're being like choked out by a Ganados, he will actually help you out. So it's good to have an AI partner that actually helps you every now and again. And he also has a special audio cue, another one I greatly appreciate, where he says, Leon, upstairs! Because now they're bringing the ladders. They are now going to start coming from the bottom floor and the top floor. So, yeah, be very careful. Speaking of careful, do not shoot, blow up, do anything bad to Luis. That is a bad thing you do not want to do, especially in this place. Now, I will say he can't... He can't die, at least as far as I know, to enemy, like, projectiles or being hurt by them. I wouldn't suggest, like, letting him take too much damage. Just, you know, you want to keep your partner alive. I guess another thing, he will actually duck out of the way of your gunfire and throwing grenades. That's probably one of the coolest things is, if you're throwing a flash grenade, he's going to jump out of the way. Even though it doesn't hurt him, he still jumps out of the way. If you throw a hand grenade, he will dive out of the way to make sure that he doesn't get hit. So, really nice touch. I absolutely adore what they did here, and I love the... Oh, geez. I love the idea of having to defend this house where you're just up here with tons of dudes having to fight back, and you actually have a really good partner. Let's get rid of that parasite over there. Oh, and funny thing... Oops. I'm actually getting hurt a lot. Funny thing is, Leon told Ashley to hide. She's hiding in one of the cupboards. She's hiding in that one over in that corner that guy's next to. And if you actually go up to it, Leon will note that Ashley's hiding in there. So, yeah, I really like this scene, even though if you're a speedrunner, this is an absolute nightmare to get through. Thankfully, there are a lot of dudes in here, and that wasn't my train of thought, but yeah, there's tons of dudes. Okay. Alright, it should actually be wrapping... Ow! Should be wrapping up here soon, I meant to say. I think I've hit around the threshold of dudes I need to kill. It's either that or just wait for the timer to run out, which is a lot harder than you think. Because when you have guys continuously spawning, it's a bad time. Let's just say that. I'm about to die. Can I just not? Please? We got another parasite over there. I don't like it. Oh, crap. Alright. Should be able to just kill a couple more. There we go. Oh, seriously? It's not done? How about now?
Looks like they're backing off.
So, what do we do now?
The bridge I crossed to get here's out, so I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
I forgot something. You guys go on ahead.
Luis.
Well, thanks a lot, Luis. You got us to Chapter 2-3. Defended the house, defended Ashley, we got our tutorial on how to keep her alive. So, let's die. Hey, Luis, got a funny joke for you. Oh, sorry, Lewis. Let me pronounce it incorrectly but correctly. Here, I got a red 9 too. Look how cool mine is. Look how awesome this is. Can you hold these bullets for me? I think you're a good bullet sponge. Here, take a few more and then...
Adios, Leon.
I have a strange feeling that while making this game, every single what-if scenario was gone through. What happens if the player shoots the AI partner enough? Well, the AI partner ain't gonna have none of that shit, and you're gonna die. Next time on Resident Evil 4, let's dive into Chapter 2-3. See you guys next time.